You'll see my eyes glaze over.
I thought it was your head.
Sweat's running down.
So welcome to the first Tonka Forge Wargaming podcast. Today I am joined by Andy and Matty. Would you like to do your Instagram handles?
You do yours, I've got to remember what mine is.
Fucking hell, Andy.
That didn't take long, did it?
It's /Malcador, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I could have told you that.
So it says, what's your phone number? I don't know your phone number, I never phone it.
So you're
That's
underscore Malcador,
I'm underscore Malcador.
Yeah.
and I'm Holiday in Cathonia with underscores splitting them up.
I love that Holiday in Cathonia because you play Imperial Fists.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. First army, definitely.
So at the start of every episode, we're going to do some quick fire questions. These have been shared with you, so you should know the answers to them. First and foremost, where are you boys from?
Centre of the known universe, Peterborough.
Peterborough.
Same.
Yeah,
Universe.
literally Heresy Central, Peterborough. What's your main game systems and armies currently?
So 30k, I'm Warriors, Dark Angels, World Eaters.
And Solar.
Yeah, as allies.
As allies. What about you, mate?
30k, Sons of Horus, Death Guard, and just about to work on some Mechanicum.
Oh, tasty. What is your preferred play style? Are you a gamer or are you a painters?
Gamer.
Yeah. Competitive? Casual? Narrative? I mean,
No.
your dice are competitive.
Are they?
Only the red ones.
Only the red ones. I just, it's about having fun.
Yeah. Oh, what about you, mate? You a painter, gamer?
Gamer more than a painter, that's for sure. I'm
Yeah.
still trying to level that up, but definitely casual / narrative. I love feeding into a narrative.
Yeah.
That's like, if I can come up with an army that's themed, like if we're doing we're trying to capture a certain planet or something and we're doing a theme, then I'm all over that.
So I think it's fair to say though, whilst we're on this topic really quickly, you boys are like the fastest painters probably in the Heresy community. Like, I'm not even joking. The speed you boys fucking smash armies out is insane. It's like this week I'm going to paint 4,000 points of this army, and then literally they're done.
It's all about the grind, baby. All about the grind.
Was it didn't you finish off 115?
115 Death Guard in less than 10 days.
115. You finished off. You're very good at finishing dudes off.
I'm amazing at finishing things off. But that's all about, like, there's a difference between that and centerpiece stuff. So I spent 6 weeks painting Horus for my Sons of Horus, right? Because that's like the thing.
Yeah.
But 115 mooks that blend in from 3 foot.
Yeah.
Much love to all the great painters out there that are individually putting rust around every rivet on Mark III.
Yeah.
That's not for me.
You're the same, aren't you, Andy? You're just like, I want to do a unit this week, do a new unit this week, and then literally it just appears. Yeah.
What's because it's lead belcher spray paint?
No. No.
And then dip.
Dry brush and dip, yeah. But I've evolved my minimalist dry brushing style. So I'm going to do Iron Warriors again for third, and I'm a lot happier with where they are now.
Yeah. The bonus question is, have you ever worked at GW? Because they're like vegans, they like to tell everyone.
Almost.
No. Almost.
Come close and I've worked with, but never actually for them.
Okay, fair enough. Well, you've said it now, so you don't have to keep reminding us.
No.
When did you boys first start collecting Warhammer? And Andy, I fully expect you to start with an 1800 and something.
That hurt.
And what was your first Warhammer purchase? I mean, I'm happy to kind of set the tone and start off. I know it's not all about me.
Sorry, the
but kind of
cogs are
set the
going.
tone. Yeah.
He's got to rewind time.
Whilst you're thinking about it, my introduction to Warhammer was when I was at school. Someone had a load of like Rogue Trader, Space Marines, the original Terminators, which were like this.
Oh yeah, little squatty ones.
Yeah, and then loads of Beastmen, like metal beast. Well, they're all lead back at the time. You know, you'd be playing with lead miniatures and then eating a sandwich at the same time. You know,
Explains a lot, really.
like
doesn't it?
the good old time, the good old days.
What could go wrong?
And that would have been sometime in like 93, I think, 1993. I think it might have been. Yeah.
You're going to have a horrible time when it comes to me then, mate. Sorry.
And that was my kind of, like, I had a little plastic box or an ice cream tub that was just full of these old minis that I'd look at and they'd be amazing. And then that was kind of what got me to go, oh, there's a Warhammer shop in Peterborough on Wentworth Street. It's been there as long as I can remember. I think it's one of the, not one of the oldest stores, but it's, you know, if you look back in the old White Dwarfs, it featured pretty early on. So
mine would have been, I don't know, it was just before Tau came out in 40k. So,
what was that, like
4th edition, maybe
2020 or something?
No, about. So I would have been around the year 2000, probably something like that. So I didn't used to live in Peterborough at the time. I lived in Ali G's hometown of Staines.
Oh, Staines!
Big up the Staines massive.
Was it West Staines?
Would it have been West Staines? I don't even know. Yes, technically they do.
West Staines massive,
They
definitely.
do drive past in the movie where the old GW used to be. But anyway.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Did you also used to hang out with David Brent and?
No, that was a little further down the road in Slough, wasn't it?
Oh, Slough, yeah, of course, yeah.
I mean, it's not far; it's only like 10 minutes. But
yeah. I mean, I was gonna say it's pretty much the same, surely.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's all. I won't say that. No, there used to be this part of a shopping centre, and there was a video game shop and an old Games Workshop. They were like next to each other.
Yeah.
And I was obsessed with like Nintendo at the time, so I was always in a video game shop because I wanted to buy games for like the N64 or whatever.
Sure.
And a couple of guys at school were sort of playing, and one of them had some Catachan, I remember, and he had a Basilisk and like 5 Catachan dudes, and his little sister dropped the Basilisk down the stairs and it shattered into a million pieces. I remember that vividly.
Wow.
But
That's like a normal gaming night with Andy.
Yeah.
Can't help it. It just happens.
It's from all licking your fingers off to building lead models.
Lol.
I ended up in the Games Workshop, got like enamoured with Space Marines, as every 10-year-old does.
Yeah.
First kit was Space Wolves Grey Slayers, I want to say.
Okay, cool.
And they came in the old packaging with like the polystyrene.
Yeah.
With the bits in.
They were metal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They had metal parts. I think some bits were plastic.
So plastic torsos and like
it was like
metal torsos and plastic.
One of those
arms.
weird hybrid kits that were like you could never build because like super glue wouldn't stick it together or whatever. And I was 10, and I had no idea what I was doing. And super glue accelerator didn't exist.
It was blue tack then.
So that was that, and then.
So was that when did they still have like full on tables in the shop?
Oh yeah, it was like there was a
like,
big table right at the back where you could do all of the like gaming. They had loads of painting stations.
Yeah.
All the blisters on the wall.
Oh, that was just
heaven.
That was the best. Like just the colours, and it was just so bright and just like you could walk up and I just remember like looking through all the blister packs and just going, yes, that's cool.
With the like letters for the cost and the little chart at the top, like A is whatever, B is this, and you had all the different.
Yeah, that was old school. Yeah. Take me back. Take me back.
The dream.
What about you, Andy?
So going back to the dawn of time, I started off. It wasn't Warhammer. It was just toy soldiers.
Yeah.
My dad's parents used to live in Kent, so we used to go down to summer holidays. I went to Dover Castle once, and they had this massive, like 14-foot by 7-foot diorama of Battle of Waterloo.
Amazing.
Like 6,000 plus models on it.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I need this in my life.
Yeah.
I was just there to drag me out of the room, and then I was like, can we go back there? Can we go back there? Can we go back there?
I can just imagine like little Victorian Andy in his,
pocket watch.
Pocket watch.
My little penny farthing.
Yeah. And he's just like, please, sir, can I have
Just
some
for
more?
clarity, this was the 1980s, not the 1880s, the 1980s.
I love you, Andy.
Yeah, I know. So that was it. Then it was just, I used to just pick up loads of like 1/72 scale Napoleonics, and then that was my mum's dining table in the summer, 2 Speedo pictures overturned, me refighting whatever I could imagine.
Yeah.
And then one day, I lived in Cambridge. Cambridge didn't have a Games Workshop at that point, so there was a little shop, Games and Puzzles, down one of the side streets. Don't know why, but just went in there one day, and then I think it was some of the old Citadel. There was like a Ninja, and a barbarian.
It was Citadel, I think.
Yeah, it was Citadel.
Because I've got a feeling that Wargames Foundry still produce those models because they've
Some
got
of
the
them
right.
they do.
Yeah, I'm fairly certain they do them Ninja.
But it's not. It's not the ones I had because I would have bought them again out of posterity.
Yeah.
And then I remember getting some Black Hawks and some Hobgoblins. The old might have been before your time. They used to come in a plastic box with a slide tray at the back.
Oh, I know which ones you mean. Yeah.
And you'd get 12 models in a box.
Yeah.
8 of them would be identical.
Yeah.
And then be a 4-figure command set.
Yeah.
No. A drummer, flag bearer,
Yeah.
champion. Yeah.
Musician. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you boys remember your first game?
It's 40k. So I lived in a village. It was me and one other kid that played Warhammer.
Amazing.
So that was the games.
Yeah.
He was a gamer.
Oh, okay.
So
What's his name? Alex Riddick.
That's what I thought about as well.
it's not Alex Riddick, because he'd have probably been a baby at the time.
Yeah, I'm going to get punched.
I bet he still had a beard though.
Came out of a beard.
Yeah, hair's the same.
Yeah.
So I was always just like, that looks cool, I'm doing that. So I was Space Marines and this guy was Eldar.
And that was presumably that was a game at home rather than a game in the shop.
Yeah, because there was no shop.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
So it was all kitchen table,
Yeah.
margarine tubs for terrain.
Because so, like Matty, you were saying you played at the GW store as a kid.
So played at the store, fell out of it because of
Beer
and women and cars. And
I mean,
all that
we'll
good
do that when we
stuff.
get to 18, I think.
Yeah.
That's just the rule.
And then, so in Staines where I grew up, there was a guy who, he got made redundant by HMV when they went bust. And he basically, his dream was always to open a board game / hobby kind of shop.
Sure.
So he used his redundancy pay and built that shop. And that shop still exists. Shout out to the Missing Geek in Staines.
No way.
So it's still
That's
there.
awesome.
They've got a huge Magic the Gathering community and stuff. It was great. But they opened that store. And me and the wife were both into board games and stuff. Always have been into geeky stuff. So we kind of ended up going there quite a lot.
Did you guys meet at the board game
No,
place?
we met at school. That's a whole different story.
No way. That's crazy.
We've been together forever now, but yeah.
Fair play.
Shout out to the most supportive hobby wife. So we went there and we used to do board game nights and Magic the Gathering nights there. And then he was a big, he loved GW. He used to manage a GW store when he was a teenager, kind of been the same path that the rest of us have. Could always talk about GW, actually, like you say, they're always vegan, so I always tell you work for him. And he started running Blood Bowl events. So that got me back into the hobby because I was like, oh, that's cool. I only need 10 models.
Yeah.
So I'm back into the hobby then at that point.
Yeah.
And then probably everyone in this room and everybody else who plays Heresy, we started reading the books.
Yeah.
That got me well into the setting. And then it took me a really long time to get from books to hobby.
Sure.
Because at the time nobody played it at the GW.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody played bigger than Blood Bowl at the game shop.
Sure.
So it took me forever. And then ironically, so I discovered Dawn's Arrow on Instagram.
Yes. Yeah. Love that guy.
And
he is literally my favourite Danish pastry. I love Chris. He's such a good dude.
I can't wait to meet him. I'll tell him this to his face. His Sons of Horus were I was like, that's an army, that's amazing. I want to emulate that. And it was about the time that the plastic Burning of Prospero and what was the other one? Betrayal at Calth came out. So I ended up with loads and loads of Mark III and Mark IV Marines because I just would buy those boxes.
Amazing.
So I started painting those Sons of Horus, and then I actually discovered Legion of Peterborough. So then I moved to Peterborough.
Yeah.
And Alex Riddick, who we all know, one of them got members of Legion of Peterborough, Hobby Butterfly, and Legion Impala's Dead System Supreme.
Just a quick shout. If anybody out there wants to play Legion Imperialist, we've probably found the only other player that does want to in the UK. So message us and we'll hook you up.
Pimp him out. So we work for the same company. Just before lockdown, I was looking for, because I'd only just moved to Peterborough, I was looking for a gaming group or whatever.
Yeah.
And we happened to be in the same office, and I walked past him, and he was on Battlescribe building an army. And I was like, my people. So
It's like hello there.
yeah, we sort of knew each other, but we didn't know that we both hobbied. If you see what I mean.
Yeah.
So
I can just imagine Alex's face. He'd have just been like, what, deep in his beard, on his phone, and someone just says, "Is that Battlescribe?" He'd be like,
yeah, literally. I think I actually said we were talking. He said, "What are you doing this weekend?" And I went, "I'm actually going to Warhammer because it was my birthday that weekend." I was like, "I'm going to Warhammer World," and he was like, "Warhammer World?
"Did you just say the
Yeah.
magic words?
And then,
Are we the bestest of friends?"
So then he introduced me to Legion of Peterborough.
Yeah.
But that was like 6 weeks before COVID lockdown.
Oh wow.
So I knew that Legion existed. I joined the Facebook page, and then the world went into lockdown.
Yeah.
Upside, got to paint a full Sons of Horus army.
Yeah. Fair, yeah.
And then I got my first game in against Wanless.
Yeah.
And I was like,
How bad was it?
Oh, mate, I literally said on the group, I was like, I have never played Heresy before. I have some models that I painted for Rule of Cool. So I had like 20 Tac Marines. I had some like Justarian. I had, what did I have? I had a Rhino and maybe a Sakaran.
Yeah.
And he was like, we'll do a game. We'll make it work. I was like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
He brought a Contemptor with dual
Twin
Kerry's
Carries.
pattern.
Yeah.
And just was like, delete that unit. Like, but we had a great game.
So hang on. So can I just get this straight, right? This is really interesting. So you had an intro game with Wanless. This was like your first game of Heresy.
First full proper game of Heresy.
First game of Heresy, right? And you played Wanless, and he smashed you. Mm-hmm. Can you just like confirm that?
I can confirm. I solemnly swear.
Yeah.
Hand on heart.
Yeah. Scouts honor.
Scouts honor. All that stuff.
Yeah.
That I came to the club. He was like, "Let's play a game." I got battered.
How did I not know this? This is like 5 years on. Yeah. I get so much stick for
Typhon.
For the Typhon Gate. So I had literally the following day I was playing a souped up Custodes army. I was playing the Route, Jamie Jackson, legend. He had like a super duper all tricked out Custodes army. So the night before on the Friday, I had a souped up, supercharged word bearers list. And Jody was like, "Oh, can I come down? I'll bring my, my Raven Guard, and we'll have a game, sort of thing." And I think it was like one of his first games, right? Now, unsurprisingly, when you've got a supercharged word bearers army, which has been literally tailor written to try and survive,
you're going to bat someone,
a game with Custodes, it was quite a strong list. And it did. It was a pretty one-sided fight, but it was still a fun game. We had, we had a laugh. We were still friends after the game, and I get so much fucking abuse. Like I literally get every opportunity. They're like, "Oh yeah, but at least didn't bring a Typhon to an intro game." So it's really, it warms my heart to hear that Wanless abused you.
Oh, he just abused me, threw me around like a rag doll.
Turned you into a hand puppet.
Yeah, for like 2 hours. But it was a great game.
That's something I'm really envious of, actually, because you boys literally every other Sunday, is it? Every other Sunday? You're like, Heresy?
It's now every Sunday.
Oh, okay.
Or we can go every
Sunday.
Of course, yeah, because the club's open, isn't it?
But there is still a good Heresy community there.
Yeah.
I just think the club has dabbled in other systems.
Yes.
To kind of, like there's a Necromunda scene and there's a good 40k scene there now, and Old World, Lord of the Rings for a bit.
Yeah.
So it's
one
branched
Legions
out.
Imperialis player.
Yeah. Well, 2. You got Shep as well, I suppose.
Yeah. But Shep feels sorry for Riddick, I think.
Yeah,
so
I think
he just
that's what
kind
it
of
is.
he just did it out of pity.
Yeah.
We even played some bolt action.
Bolt action, yeah.
Yeah, he did, yeah.
That's
it, because you were like remembering like when you were a kid back in 19...
Back when he was running away from French farmhouses in 1943, yeah.
Yes, that was it. When I was a youngster in the Blitz.
Go on, mate. Tell us how you got back into Heresy.
Go on then, Andy. Right. Yeah.
Well, I was born around the same time as the Emperor Malkador, believe it or not.
Explains the Instagram handle.
3,000 years ago in Anatolia. No, so like Matt said, beer, women, pizza, drifted out of hobby.
Yeah.
And then what started getting me back in, I bought Dawn of War.
Oh, okay.
On PC.
Yeah.
And I was like, I remember Space Marines.
Brilliant.
Brilliant. And then I started buying some Black Library books.
Okay, yeah.
So first one I bought was Storm of Iron.
Mm-hmm.
which kind of like, oh, I like Iron Warriors, they're cool.
Yeah.
And then bought Horus Rising, and was like, that first trilogy is some of the best writing I've ever read, and I'll always go back to those books because they're just insanely well written by Dan Abnett.
Yeah. Because, like,
Man of many talents.
Yeah.
Indeed, yeah.
So I started reading Black Library stuff again, and I was like, oh, do you know what? If Heresy had been a game when I was a kid, this would have been the best thing ever, because this is just... I remember I had some epic stuff when I was a wee lad growing up, when there was candles and gas lights and stuff. Not like bad gas lights, like lights made from... And,
Do you remember the whalers coming in with the oil to fill them?
Yeah. Actually, this is going to age me. The village I grew up in, we did have a coal truck.
No way.
Yeah. And this was in the 90s.
Yeah. That's right.
Anyway, so yeah, read the stuff about the paragraph about Horus Heresy in the Rogue Trader book.
Yeah.
Read, and then when the books came out, I was like, oh, this would have been amazing playing this.
Yeah.
And then the Peterborough War Games Club did a show. They do an annual show,
Which is really good.
Yeah. So yeah, I got the Betrayal at Calf box.
Yeah. Painted it that day.
No, it took me ages to figure out how I wanted to paint an Iron Warrior,
Oh, okay.
because I hadn't painted for years,
Yeah.
so I didn't.
And then you
know-
just walked into the shop one day and just realised on the top shelf there's a can called Lead Belcher. It's like,
I just want to be clear. I've never done that.
Oh, okay.
I have never ever just sprayed something with lead belcher.
He gets the pot with a brush.
Because spray's too modern, is that why?
Oh, we love you, Andy.
No,
Sorry.
but I've never just.
Sorry.
I've never. Yes, it's never just been lead belcher.
Yeah.
Yeah, and just haven't looked back. Just made some really, really good friends. Had an awful lot of laughs.
Yeah.
It's good.
So we're going to go, we've talked kind of like back in time, how you've got to this point with the club and stuff. I want to talk a bit more about like armies.
I kind of fell out of it for a bit, if I'm being real honest. I think we came and played some games at yours, last August, about a year ago?
Yes.
Or late July?
Yeah.
August
When I
time?
cooked.
Yeah.
That was so funny. You were just sat in the sun like this.
I mean, it was a really hot day. It was a great day, though.
It was great. It was
yeah,
It
great.
was
It's
an
good fun.
awesome day. We did that. I painted Blood Angels that event.
You
That was
did?
the first.
Yeah, you did.
I bought all those blood. Oh yeah, sorry, mate. So I played at that, and then I completely dropped out for a bit.
Yeah.
I'd still play at the club. We were in the middle of a Necromunda campaign, but anything outside of that, I just didn't do. And then I forgot how. And I think we're going to come on to this later anyway. But I forgot how pivotal hobby was to my mental health.
Yes.
And so I kind of got back into it, and I think I burnt myself out because I was like trying to level up my painting, but I was putting too much pressure on myself, and I'd kind of just really burnt myself out of it. And then, so I've really started to kind of slowly bring myself back into it. So I've done a few more events. I painted the Death Guard for most recently, which was really just because I wanted some Death Guard and I promised I'd do it.
Yeah.
But I'm quite happy I've done it now because I don't have to paint any more mooks for a Death Guard army, so that's out of the way.
Yeah, that's it.
So now, with 3rd edition coming, and after getting absolutely railed by your Mechanicum, what? I am
That's slander.
picking up.
They're not cuddly.
Picking up.
Not that bad.
Was it a Brass Scorpion and a Chitin in one list? Yeah, that was
It's
fine. No, but all joking aside, played
Couple of
him
las cannons, they're gone. Trust me, they're gone.
I think my Spartan almost blew your Chitin off one turn, didn't it?
Yeah, it did, yeah.
But yeah, I'd always wanted to do a Mechanicum army. One less his side business of building models.
Yeah, one less stage.
One less stage.
Yeah.
So he's, because I do not want to spend the time building fiddly models.
Have you got any tech thralls in your list?
No, I'm not taking them at all. I don't want to. 'Cause
They are
they're
literally
horrendous.
the worst models I've ever
Sorry.
built in my life. Yeah. No wonder you didn't build them. You're probably
To be
happy
fair,
to.
I hadn't looked, and you were like, "Oh, have you got it?" Yes, I have some. And then I saw your next message, and I was like, "I'm quite glad I got rid of them."
Honestly, the amount of messages I've had dozens of messages saying they're the worst kit people have ever built.
I didn't want to build those. So
Yeah,
shout out
that's
to
fair.
One Less.
That's fair, yeah.
I've
Well, he's
got
got
to be-
delicate little lady fingers, isn't he?
He has got delicate little lady fingers. And all,
Going back on topic, Andy, What have you been
So-
working on? What are you enjoying? What you're not enjoying?
Just wrapping up some World Eaters that I originally started as a 500 point Zone Mortalis force, and hey presto, it's exploded. So I've got some of the Tortuga Bay Red Butchers to do,
Yep.
and they've got a character as well, which I'm going to use as a Warmonger, assuming they still exist in 3rd edition.
Well, who knows?
So if not, it's just a
Just
Castrati
another
Space
console.
Centurion.
Yeah.
And then I'm going back to Iron Warriors. And as we've talked about, I've looked at the stuff that I started painting probably about 10 years ago now.
Yeah.
And I just look at it now and it's bad. All I can see is the errors.
Yeah.
And, I wouldn't do that now.
Yeah.
So this is my 3rd iteration of Iron Warriors.
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? Like how we tend to do the same iterations of the same Legion, but we're just like, oh, I fancy going in this direction, or I fancy going in that direction. But yeah, it's weird how it evolves, isn't it?
Yeah, because in the past I've always done trenchy themed Iron Warriors.
Yeah.
Probably going back to when I read Storm of Iron, I guess. But now I'm doing Istan.
Okay, yeah, cool.
Nice. That'll be cool, that.
So lots of heavy weapon teams,
Yeah,
lots of Iron Havocs,
if they're still a thing. Yeah.
Heavy disintegrators.
heavy disintegrators.
Lots
Yeah.
of heavy disintegrators, I guess.
It'd be like 70 disintegrators. So we're going to see lots more allies from you then, and lots more. I'm just going to casually do some. I was going to say Night Lords then, but you're not allowed to do Night Lords.
I would never ever do Night Lords.
You were going to say I'd rather shit in my hands and clap, weren't you?
I'd rather shit in my hands and clap
There
than
you
do
go.
Night Lords.
You're on.
That's for you, Mika. I just wanted to talk about. Do you remember that time when we went to that talk?
Oh yeah,
In Deepin.
that was great.
I really wanted to talk about that.
Yeah, so we live just outside of Peterborough in a village called the Deepins, and they've got a, I can't remember what it's called now, but
It's the Odd Fellows.
the Odd Fellows, thank you, which is a community group for people to find companionship,
Yeah.
play bridge and stuff like that.
It's literally it's a community for like lonely people.
Yeah.
That sounds really tragic.
But actually, they're a lovely bunch of people.
Honestly, it was just it was the best evening ever.
And then my missus came back with a flyer that she'd picked up in like Tesco's or something.
Yeah.
That was Warhammer Fantasy Talk at the Odd Fellows or something like that for like £2 a ticket.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, honestly.
genuinely, and it was like one of the original mold creators or something. Like, and I was like, do you know what? For £2,
Yeah.
like, and I think it floated around a couple of Facebook chats.
Yeah, it did,
You and
yeah.
I, Fox. One list I think was interested as well.
Yeah.
Reddit was like, "Oh, they're going to talk about Min Maxim." I was like, "No, so I'm not interested." So
Oh, sick burn.
it's all right. I'll only see him in a week. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
But no, so we went and we met up, and
Yeah.
it was this like little hall, and we were the only two people in there that weren't from the Odd Fellows, I think.
Yeah, it was. So it was a lovely stone building, and it's like a pair of old cottages that they
Yeah.
knocked into one big meeting room. And we walked in, they were so pleased that like two people had come that weren't like affiliated or related.
Yeah, like the cousin or daughter or whatever. Like,
Yeah. So what they seem to do is that every month one of them will give a talk about what they used to do before they retired. And this guy was the guy from, because I didn't realise this, I think it was Jamie that mentioned this, that I think a lot of the manufacturing took place out in the fens early doors. I think there was a contract out there. And that's
so
why
he worked or ran the company that was contracted to GW. Didn't he?
and he was the first person to get injection moulding into the GW production line. So he was the bridge between going from spin casting to injection moulding. And it was just like, he had his little presentation, he had like
great.
a little PowerPoint thing, and it was really well delivered. And he was talking about basically that he was given this task to introduce and all the models that he worked on. And along the back,
And then he literally just handed you an original Orc battle wagon from like 1991, still on sprue,
on
pristine
sprue.
condition.
It was probably even older than that. It was probably like in like the early 90s, might have been 80s or like early 90s. But
It was nuts. He had that, and he had some original Night Goblins, didn't he? And a couple of other bits.
yeah, he had the original Land Raider
That was it.
and Battle Wagon on sprue. And he's like, there you go, have a look. And I'm just like, oh my God.
It's like
My hands are
£600.
Yeah. He had all of the first edition fantasy and Rogue Trader original books. He also had his 10-year service trophy, which was a massive cast, presumably in resin, hand sculpted 10-year service award. And it was just like, we're in a little village on the outskirts of Peterborough, and this guy's talking about some of the coolest stuff I've ever heard, like when it comes to Oldhammer. And I was just like, and then they had the raffle.
With the prize, like some Turkish delight and a deodorant set.
I think I ended up with like a deodorant with like smelling of rose or something, because I was just like,
I found the box of Turkish delight that I won when we were moving house, and I was like, oh, that's that, like in the back of a cupboard somewhere. Like
it's like 2 years out of date, but it was such a nice little. Like me and you were just like, what is going on?
Yeah.
Like what is
it was super interesting.
Yeah.
A bit weird, and then like just the. Like if that had been more widely advertised to a broader audience, like you can imagine the people that were turned up to that would have been
people would have travelled
crazy.
People would have travelled miles, hours to hear that like little. I wanted to record it, but equally I didn't ask his permission. So, but
they did a bit of a talk on 3D printing at the end as well, didn't they? Because one of the other guys was like, it's gone from this to this, and then they had like a 3D print, and like the sort of the Odd Fellows people were like, this is phenomenal. They're like playing with the 3D prints, and me and Tom were like, I've seen that. It's fine. I'm more interested in this old stuff. Like,
it's like, I've got a 3D printer at home. Like, not that I use it. But it's like, they were like, all like, oh, that's really incredible. But
and we're like, show me the really old thing on sprue.
Old stuff.
That's what we're interested in. But that, and that comes back to, again, the mental health point of like, that was like such a great evening of just like hanging out that you wouldn't have done unless we were part of the hobby, talking about all the different parts of it, like just being generally like chatting about it.
That's probably got to be one of my most random like hobby moments. Thank you very much for coming on, chatting Warhammer.
Cool, no problem.
And hopefully have you on again in the future. If you like the episode, please like, subscribe, and stay tuned for another episode coming soon. Thank you very much. So obviously this is the first time I've done this. And the best thing about
probably last then.
It might be the last. So I
Jesus Christ.
Fuck's sake, Andy.
You've been here 2 minutes.
Listen,
I haven't broken anything yet.
Listen, Wreck-It Ralph. Yeah, there's purposely very little stuff around there that you can actually knock off the table.
Just watch out for the scenery under the table, all right?
Yeah.